Oh, what's going on everybody, and welcome to this latest episode of my FIFA 16 Burnley career mode. I hope everybody's well for this particular episode. We took on earlier, we're going to play Manchester City. We're going to show you highlights of how we got on early on today against Manchester City. Obviously Pellegrini's men coming to the turf, no doubt wanting to inflict a second successive defeat on us in an ideal world. I mean, and as you saw for the last episode, we were terrible defensively. So I'm thinking of maybe plotting one or two changes maybe for the game. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one to call on that one. Do we keep faith with two centre halves we've got at the moment, or do we make changes? Well, we'll find out in due course. Meanwhile, the Capital One Cup draw has been made, and we go to Griffin Park to play Brentford. So our League Cup defence will start in round 3 at Griffin Park, and we will play Dean Smith's Brentford. Just a little bit of news before we show you how we got on against Manchester City. So we do play Brentford in round 3 of this season's Capital One Cup, and as ever you'll be able to see highlights of that with us anyway, of that match at Griffin Park. Right, let's get over to Turf Moor. Will there be changes? Would there be changes? Would they be unchanged? Well, we weren't to know until 4 o'clock, 10 to 4 this afternoon. But one thing was for sure, it was Burnley needed to react to Manchester City. If they didn't, and City were on their A game, they would punish us. Would Burnley suffer their second successive defeat, or would they get back on track with a much needed win against possible title rivals? Let's find out as we show you the highlights of Burnley's clash this afternoon against Manchester City. Welcome to Turf Moor. Very welcome. I hope you can enjoy this one. Manchester City lying 3rd and Burnley 8th place. They've dropped to 8th place after that disaster at Watford. Just mind you, it's very tight at the top, 1 point in it, but Stutzy has decided to make changes. Manchester City and Burnley are the two meanest defences in the division, and will we see goals today? We hope so. Let's hope the two meanest defences in the division are mighty generous and we see a goal fest this afternoon. Burnley make 2 changes from that disastrous trip to Watford, and Will Hughes comes in for his first start of the season, replacing Bojan, who drops to the bench. Supatic comes in for Ryan Shawcross, who also drops to the bench. Let's have a look at Manuel Pellegrini's Manchester City then. Let's have a look at their lineup. Caballero is preferred to Joe Hart in goal. Thomas Muller goes up front. Kevin De Bruyne will play in behind. Sterling and Navas will cause havoc on the wings. Pogba and Toure are the 2 holding midfielders, and Otamendi and Lev June are the 2 centre backs. And the referee today from Staffordshire there, just walking towards the centre spot to place the ball on for the start of the game, is Phil Dowd. It'll be Manchester City to get us underway. There is Phil Dowd, just making sure that both goalkeepers are ready, checks the watch and gets the game up and running. So 3rd against 8th, but there's 1 point separating them. A Burnley win would leapfrog City. So big incentives here for Burnley to get back on track after a really poor display at Watford last week. Thomas Muller though nips in behind the defender. This is a good strike. De Bruyne shot and deflected away, and it came to Butland. Well, almost a perfect start for Manchester City. Neymar, a bit strong with it, fell for Ings, and Ings tries to punch up off. And Caballero turning it away and scrambled behind. Yeah. Muller picks the ball up from the goal kick clearance and finds Navas with it. That might be a free kick, yes. Now what's the referee going to do here? Show the Burnley captain the yellow card. That's what he's going to do. Challenge from behind, free kick and a yellow card, quite rightly given. That means Rodriguez has really got to watch his step. Meanwhile, the stricken City player is off the field, so Jesus Navas. That was a weird little free kick, that. And Navas is off the pitch and he's ready to come back on, so City will be back to their full complement of 11. Neymar. John Stones. Neymar again. Neymar shot. Oh, and it's hit the post. And Zabaleta can knock it away for Manchester City. Closest we come to a goal in the game. Pogba. Lejeune. Pogba. Zabaleta. Navas chips it in. Rodriguez. And Subotic back to Stones. Hughes. Lovely play. Brings Redmond into it. Scored against Watford last week. But here's Pogba. De Bruyne. Navas. City starting to come into it a little bit now. Zabaleta to Yaya Toure. Good play again. Cross coming in. Oh, it's evaded everyone. And Sterling was right in there. And City could have been in front. Subotic. Hughes. Inside the last 10 minutes now. Hughes, left foot. Good save, Cabanero. And Zabaleta keeps the ball in play. And Jesus Navas will break away from Manchester City. And he'll find Yaya Toure. Clichy. Sterling. Thomas Muller. Subotic again. Neymar now takes it up for Burnley. Ings and Balotelli calling for it, but Otamendi kicked it out. Real tension in the air here at Turf Moor. 2 added minutes. Good play. Thomas Muller again. Ball in. Stones getting it half away. Rodriguez. Hughes. And just like Watford last week, Burnley have drawn a blank at half-time. They hit the post there through Neymar, bottom of the post, nearest would come to a goal, but City have held firm and have had chances themselves. Half-time, Burnley 0, Manchester City 0. So Burnley get the second half up and running. No changes from either side as Burnley go attacking the Jimmy McIlroy stand to my left. And here's Smeltzer, the left back. Smeltzer's shot wide of the target. Neymar's effort there that rebounded off the post. He was very unlucky. Pogba. De Bruyne. Pogba again. Clichy. Oh, good ball in behind. Thomas Muller. That's past one challenge and another. And Yaya Toure. Shot deflected. Oh, and that was close to going underneath the crossbar. It just dipped the right side from a Burnley point of view over the bar. It hit Stones. It was more ball to hand. Seven minutes got in the second half. City corner. And Hughes didn't get it away. Otamendi! Oh, what a good save from Butland from point blank range to deny Nicholas Otamendi. Oh. City going for the cutthroat now. 10 minutes almost gone in the second half and Burnley now under siege. Are they going to go short to Sterling? They are. Trippier. Oh, and another chance in there. And again, City forcing Burnley back a few yards more. Thomas Muller with a great opportunity here. But what a brave block by Will Hughes. See now deciding to play all three substitutes. Loftus-Cheek, Bojan and Schreiber will come on and make his debut since signing from Germany. You may as well put all three on now and try and add a little bit of fresh energy into the team that's been lagging so far. Danny Ings, to be fair, has been rather honest. So too, you could argue, has been Mario Balotelli against his old side. But Burnley have to rotate now with the Champions League and the League Cup now coming into play. There are going to be more and more games. That's a foul by Loftus-Cheek. No yellow card for the young midfield player. I have to say the referee's done well. Refereed it with a great deal of common sense. Silva's free kick for Manchester City. And the ball back and Redmond comes away with it. Beljan. Offside given. Scheiber. Beljan. Schreiber. We'll try it. Oh, good save, Caballero. Best we've seen from Burnley in the second half as an attacking force. And the goalkeeper was up to scratch. Otamendi, who was denied early on in the second half from point blank range. Ball played in, and Aguero's header straight into the arms of Jack Butland. Smeltzer. Loftus-Cheek. Well, I'm afraid to say it's not been a game for the purists. But you now feel with 4 minutes to go that one goal's going to separate these two teams. Here's Pogba. 4 minutes left. One goal could settle it. Otamendi. Trippier. Butland. Coolly done to Beljan. Up to Balotelli. Loftus-Cheek. Right foot. Oof! Not far away. The goalkeeper's quietly confident he had it covered. And I tell you what, on another day, that might have snuck in the post. Inside the post and in. Pogba. Deep into stoppage time now. And Burnley's winless run looks like stretching to 3 games. Neymar. Is there time yet for Burnley? Schreiber. Balotelli waits in the centre. Cross coming in, and Balotelli had to be wary. He couldn't. He's offside anyway. And it just sums up Burnley's frustration in the last 3 games. Just jumps the gun. He's 3 yards off. I'm afraid, folks, in this episode, I don't think we're going to give you a goal. We have tried, but no cigar. Full time here at Turf Moor. Both teams went close. Otamendi went close for Manchester City. Burnley hit the post in the first half, but really nothing really to write home about. There were a few goalmouth scrambles, but both goalkeepers, Caballero and Butland, did very, very well. And it's a shutout for both goalkeepers. So Burnley's winless run goes to 3 games. And we've got a final score here at Turf Moor of Burnley 0, Manchester City 0. Well, guys, I'm very sorry that we couldn't produce a goal for you today in today's episode. I mean, we're going to try and leave as many of the best bits of the game in as we can, even you know. But 0-0, it wasn't a bad game. It just wasn't meant to be. There wasn't meant to be a goal in the game. I mean, I did say we'd had goals, and unfortunately, we did know that Caballero and Jack Butland were going to have storming games. But Burnley were a lot more defensive than what we were against Watford, so I'm very pleased with that. Unfortunately, Balotelli and Ings were absolutely anonymous, and you wouldn't have thought that considering Balotelli's red hot start to the season, banging in 7 I think in, what was it, 4 games or something like that, and then went to Watford, got a goal chucked off for offside, and he's looked off the boil a bit. That point now takes us to 8th. We've still got a better goal difference, I suppose, which is quite good, I suppose, in a way. We're now behind Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Norwich are still there. They're having a tremendous start to the season, Alex Neil's men. You've got to give them credit. As for the bottom 3, Swansea, QPR, Stoke City, all in the bottom 3. Again, surprising, and a couple of surprise names at the bottom of the table. Everton with only 3 points as well, just out of the relegation zone. Mind you, they've just come back up again from the Championship, but you think they should be doing a whole lot better considering they've yet to win a game, and so have Southampton. They've yet to win a game, but they are above Manchester United, who have won 1 game but have lost 3. Also, what you've got to take into consideration is Southampton have drawn 3 more games more than Manchester United, and that's why they have a better goal difference than the men from Old Trafford. But United shouldn't be 16th. I think Man United and Everton's position should get better as the season goes on. Well, I'm very sorry, lads and lasses, that we couldn't produce a goal for you today. We did make the changes from Watford. We needed to try and shore things up at the back. We did just that, but unfortunately we couldn't stick the ball in at the other end, which is the frustration, I suppose, at the end of the day. Philip Ulrich decided he doesn't want to take it further. That's no skin off my backside, to be honest. But that brings us to the end of the episode. As I said, I'm very sorry that we couldn't produce a goal. Maybe we'll get several in our first European match of the season as we take on Turkish side Fenerbahce for our first European match of the season in the Champions League. Our defence of the Champions League starts at Turf Moor, as I say, against the Turkish side Fenerbahce, and Celtic will play Zenit St Petersburg in the other match. So thank you very much for watching it. I'm sorry we couldn't bring you a goal in this episode. We did try, but both goalkeepers were outstanding for ourselves and for Manchester City, and they should be applauded for their good goalkeeping. If you're a connoisseur of good goalkeeping, I'm sure you've enjoyed this episode. But do please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. As I said, it's JB Claret 1983. If you want to add me on Twitter and leave a tweet, you can do, by all means. It's at the address is at Stutzy83, all one word, and I look forward to hearing from you there on the Twitter. But until then, until the next episode where we take on Fenerbahce in that European Cup match, Group A, of course. Take care. We'll see you then, and keep subscribing, as I say, keep leaving the tweets and everything else, but don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you very soon for the next episode, which will be against Fenerbahce. Till then, take care, and I'll see you soon. Cheerio.